We want to go back to a story that we have been covering over the last few months. In fact, you might recall there was an intersection. You're seeing it behind me right here. Galena and Chase, there was a water main break and an absolute mess. We are learning that the city of Toledo is planning to set aside almost nearly $500,000 to fully fix it. Let's check in with Trent Croce. He spoke to the folks in the neighborhood and joins us now live. He is out there as the snow falls. So, Trent, about 4 months later, what are they still dealing with at this point?
Well, Jeff, 4 months later, a lot of that water, well, most of it is all washed away, just the snow coming down for today. And this is exactly where that intersection was on Galena and Chase Street that the city plans to work on. Now, this water was soaking all throughout the neighborhoods, and I spoke to those residents who say that some work, well, most of it has been done. There's still some more. Streets washed out, vehicles destroyed, basements flooded. All from this water main break last November. The city is authorizing just under $500,000 through the Department of Public Utilities to restore the infrastructure damage. The water Amy Wallace lives in the neighborhood. We spoke to her the day this all happened when her basement was underwater.
Furnace, hot water tank, washer, dryer, belongings, you name it. And then all of our ductwork everything needs to be replaced.
She says she documented it all and sent it to the city. Even though the city legally isn't on the hook for home repairs, a couple of weeks ago, Amy says she was just reimbursed for some of the cleanup, but says she is still struggling even with health concerns due to the mold.
Well, they gave us a compensation of $25,100 for it, but that went fast. We have no yard anymore because of the sediment, so that's why the straw is down, but it's just a mess.
It was about, I'm gonna say, about right in here.
Neighbor Wendy Helderman had her basement almost completely underwater following the water main break, which she was able to repair weeks after. Helderman says the city put a good chunk of work in, but she still is waiting to hear back after sending receipts of more work needed to be done, like Wallace.
So I'm waiting to hear back from the city's attorney. And they have paid for some things. You know, they paid for the furnace and they paid for the cleaning, you know, which was great, professionally cleaned and sanitized.
She's mostly content with the restoration efforts so far and says it's not like they didn't do anything.
There's a little more that needs to be done.
More involved, you know, taking the effort to come down here and talk to us.
The city will take up the proposed funding at their meeting later this month to resolve this intersection. I've reached out to the city and am still waiting to hear back. Reporting in North Toledo, Trent Croce, WTOL 11.